Let me say a little something about Jesus. When I was a little boy, outside of my family, Jesus was the first relationship I ever had. Ever since, even though I've always been a solitary sort, I always felt that Jesus was with me. I grew up in a Lutheran church, started attending a Baptist school in sixth grade, where we had Bible classes every day and chapel services twice a week. And I started going to a Baptist church when I was 15. I got really involved in my youth group, Christian concerts, and Jesus festivals, and my relationship with Christianity deepened to the point that in my early 20s, the bumper sticker on my car read, "Real men love Jesus." And to this day, despite all of the deconstruction I've done on my relationship with the religion created in his name, I still believe in Jesus. However, I don't believe everything that was added to the story about him in the 2 millennia since his ministry, or even the following few decades. Nevertheless, I remember my first Bible being decorated on the outside with artwork of Jesus among the trees, talking to children, and inside, every word he spoke was printed in red. Beyond all of the stories and the beliefs that surrounded them, those words have always stood out to me. The first red letter edition of the Bible was published in 1901 as a King James Version. It was inspired by the night before his crucifixion mentioned in Matthew, Mark, and Luke, when Jesus called the wine he shared with his disciples his blood. Since then, there have been several red letter editions of the Bible, each of them coloring the quotes of Christ with deep red ink. There is even a movement within Christianity where members refer to themselves as red letter Christians. These are folks who think it's more important to focus on the message of Jesus and emulate him than merely clinging to the traditions of Christianity that have led people away from acting like Christ and connecting with the kingdom of God within them. I would consider myself a red letter Christian, but it's been quite a while since I've considered myself a Christian. There are many beliefs Christianity requires that I just can't sign off on. Ultimately, my two main issues with Christianity are the abject lack of faith in God and the foundation in idolatry. Basically, you have to believe God is inept and forced to send everyone to hell while also believing the Bible is inerrant and should be lifted above God. After ultimately leaving Christianity a few decades ago and embarking on my own spiritual pilgrimage through a variety of other religions and spiritual traditions, I still always felt as if Jesus was alongside me for the journey. While I still don't have much desire to be part of the most popular religion of all time, I do still have a compulsion to follow Christ. What we generally consider Christianity now is what I refer to as Roman American Christianity. The Roman Empire set up the doctrines and the hierarchy. American exceptionalism set the dogma and hypocrisy. And Saint Augustine set up the short-sightedness of Christianity.